So, what do we have up here? We have, yes, I do want something good, especially if it's free. Pokemon level 30 or more. I got 2 of these! So, or you can be speaking in complete sentences anytime soon. Anyway, Expert Belt, a held item that boosts super effective damage by 20%. I try to not get it mixed up too much with the Black Belt, which boosts fighting type moves by 20%, but whatever. So, I'm gonna head over to that leftmost area of the market because I think I saw an item being hidden there. Yep. It's TM63 Embargo. Not planning on using it, so I'm just going to get the hell out of here. So, the Heartbreaker Charles is here, but I'm going to ignore him for now. Instead, okay, I didn't go in the right direction. I want to head up here. And, by the way, this guy here blocks access to a new area which is called the Clay Road. It's, a shortcut that leads to a Twist Mountain, and I believe it also connects to Mistralton Cave, but both Twist Mountain and the Clay Road are post-game areas in this game. So this is the area where, this is basically Old Team Plasma's hideout. I don't know if the people of Driftvale City are really all that cool with them having elected to do their business here, but yeah, before I head inside, I'm going to have to fight this guy, which is one of the Plasma Sages, Rude. That's right, we are going to be fighting some of the Plasma Sages in this game, something that was sorely missing from the previous one, so I don't know if I should be treating this as a boss battle or not. Oh, you know what, to hell with it, I'm gonna humor you and do this with commentary. Intimidate, not gonna do a whole lot to a special-based Pokemon like Lilligant. Giga Drain barely misses the one-hit KO, man! Herdier is a lot bulkier than I thought. Of course, that Intimidate did absolutely nothing, but still, that didn't prevent it from actually surviving. So Herdier goes down with an extra hit from Magical Leaf because Herdier was stupid and decided not to do any damage, instead setting up with Workup. Swoobat versus Lilligant, not a winning combination, so I'm going to send out Excadrill to smack that one silly with Rock Slide. Should it connect? Yes, it does. 90 accuracy. It's not perfect, but there's worse. There's a lot worse. Of course, that goes without saying. So now that we have defeated Rude, he is going to let us into the hideout. There isn't a whole lot to do in there, just some NPCs to talk to gain some insight into the mindset of Old Team Plasma. Anyway, here's Hugh, just coming in the nick of time to activate his superhero asshole power. But yeah, he's going to be listening in as well to what Rude has to say, which is stuff that we already know because we've played the first game, but as I've pointed out before, these characters don't know all the details of what happened in the first game, and I guess maybe some players as well that didn't play Black and White 1 but played this one, though. How many people did that? I guess not all that many. Anyway, they were not able to give back all the Pokemon to their trainers, so they are taking care of the Pokemon that were stolen in the Team Plasma's previous life, I guess. So, anyway, Hugh doing what he does best, being an asshole. I mean, sure, apologizing isn't going to solve anything, but at least they're trying to make amends for what they did. Unlike the new Team Plasma, which was completely misled by Getsis from the start, and yet they continue to follow him anyway. So, yeah, Hugh is really not the sharpest tool in the shed here. They're trying to do their best to be productive, and you're just raging all over them. Can you understand why I don't like this character? I honestly can't decide which I hate worse, an obnoxious little brat like him or an empty shell like me. But enough about that. He's gone, so we should move on as well. But yeah. Of course, all the people here feel absolutely terrible for what they've done in the first game, but he is going to give me this Zorua, which is a special Zorua in that it belonged to Anne. If you go to its profile, and I was lucky because I had an empty slot in my party, otherwise I would have had to unload one in the PC. That's something I hope changes in Gen 6. That, you know, if your party is full and you get a gift Pokemon, it should be sent to the PC. And as for the Zorua, yes, if you go to its profile, you'll see that it belongs to Anne. It gets boosted experience and everything. This is the only Zorua that you can get in this game, other than by trading, of course. But still, there are no wild Zoruas or anything of the sort. And as you can see, people here remember Anne fondly, as opposed to New Team Plasma, who says that he's a traitor. Over here we got a guy who's saying we're taking care of the Pokemon whose trainer we can't find. That, yeah, that's what I was saying. They're trying to make up for the horrors that they did 2 years ago. Well, at least they're doing something instead of just playing the world's smallest violin and saying, woe is me, I was misled by Getsis and all that jazz. At least they're doing something. Yeah, that's why I changed into my outfit. Yeah, he can still fit into the old one. Really, yeah, we're not going to question him. Instead, we're going to head over there where Anthea and Concordia are waiting. Now, of course, even though they barely have any character to them, you can immediately sense that these two wouldn't be the kind to follow Getsis into his mad schemes once more, because, well, they were Anne's caretakers, so they understand Anne better than just about anyone else. Also, a bit of trivia, we have met Rude just now. Among the 6 minor sages of Team Plasma, Rude is one of the 3 that we'll meet in this game. Rude is the second in command of Old Team Plasma, Zinzolin is the second in command of New Team Plasma, and then Gorm is going to have a very slight cameo in the post-game. He doesn't have any major role. And as for the other 3, Bronius, Giallo, and Ryoku, they are not going to appear at all in this game. But we've fought Rude once, we're going to be fighting Zinzolin a few times as well. We're going to fight the Shadow Triad later on as well, so at least they tried, Game Freak tried to make amends for, you know, having all these major characters that you don't ever get to fight, and barely do anything, in fact. So, here we are at the Drift Veil Gym, which I'm not going to be challenging right now, but, yeah, Clay's tough. Well, he's got an Excadrill, so of course he's going to be rather tough by default. Fortunately, I have a Grass-type Pokemon that's going to be very effective against him. So over there we have Route 6, not heading over there quite yet. So this guy here is talking about Thundurus, Tornadus, and Landorus, which are not obtainable at all in this game. They are exclusive to Black and White 1, as well as, what was it called again? Oh, right, the Dream Radar, which is the only way you're going to get the Dream World abilities and the Therian forms. Anyway, this here is the move tutor that can teach you items if you pay him red shards, which I have a bunch from that one guy in Nimbasa City. So, these are the moves that you can teach your Pokemon. There's Signal Beam, Drill Run, the Elemental Punches, all kinds of good stuff. And as I said before, I'm going to be using Volcarona, so I'm going to be coming back here when I get Volcarona in order to teach it, Signal Beam, because it's going to be the only decent move it has until I reach Lacunosa. And this guy only takes red shards, by the way. Other colors of shards are for move tutors that we're going to be meeting a bit later into the game. I'm going to go over a few ways that you can grind for shards as they become relevant. As I said before, there are a few FunFest missions that I think are the best way to grind for shards. So let's talk to some NPCs here to, well, not really pass the time, but, you know, because I want to talk to everyone in case someone has something interesting to say or an item to give me or whatever. And what this NPC is saying is true. You can potentially get better just from watching other people fight and picking up on strategies and stuff. It's definitely more true for a turn-based game like Pokémon than a real-time thing like StarCraft, where no matter how much you watch it, no matter how much theory you possess, if you can only play at like 13 APM, you're not going to be doing a whole lot. Anyway, this guy here gives me the air balloon, which gives any Pokemon that holds it a temporary immunity to ground move that is going to be removed whenever this Pokemon is hit with a direct attack. This is especially useful for Pokemon that you want to switch into an Earthquake, especially Pokemon that are weak to Earthquake. It's especially popular on the likes of Heatran and Ninetales as well. So, now that I've checked out this hotel, I think I'm gonna go over to Charles to fight him. Last time we fought him in a triple battle. This time we are going to face him in a rotation battle. Now, if you remember in Black and White 1, there was only one rotation battle, or triple battle if you were playing Black 1, in the entire game, and that was in one of the toll booths near Marvelous Bridge. But it's a lot more of an even mix in Black and White 2. So, yeah, as he's saying, the trick is that it's basically singles, except you can get sort of a free switch to two of your Pokemon that are waiting in the back. That's basically what rotation battles are. I definitely find it more interesting than triples, that's for sure. But that doesn't mean I'm any better at it, because I don't have any more practice with this than I do triples. So, I am going to go with, you know what? I'm going to switch over to Excadrill over here and go with Rock Slide, because I think I thought he was going to keep his Sigilif in, but Arcan is going to be hit for super effective damage as well. Hey, see, I remember this time that Rock was not very effective against Rock. It's one of those things that I have a bit of trouble remembering, because I'm always under the impression, for some crazy reason, that Rock resists itself, where in fact it doesn't. Anyway, last Pokemon it's got is Tortuga, so my move should be pretty predictable, and since I know from the last battle that it has Solid Rock and not Sturdy, I'm going to go ahead and mole it with Magical Leaf, and down it goes. So we are now done with the Heartbreaker Charles, who's not a recurring character past this point. In fact, this place here was the only place where he appeared in Black and White 1. But, okay, if you want more rotation battles, yeah, you can go to the Pokemon World Tournament and fight some there. You have the choice between singles, doubles, triples, and rotation. Of course, I am only going to be covering singles when I do cover it. And we have a medal here, which is Pure Youth. Okay, I have absolutely no idea which one this is. Pure Youth, not the most descriptive medal name or anything. So, yeah, you know this town was pretty podunk when Charles was the big attraction before. But since there's the fan service tournament around now, I guess there's not much that can stand up to that, and it's the reason why, as I said before, it's the reason why Driftvale City developed so much over the last 2 years. Over here we have some clerks who will sell the usual selection of items, and down here we have a clerk that, if I remember correctly, sells the all-important Dusk Balls. I think this is the first merchant in the game that sells Dusk Balls. But regardless, I think I'm going to call it quits for today, so next time, let's play Pokemon White 2. I'm going to complete my visit of Driftvale City and tackle the gym.